Hey everyone, my name is Sahil and this is my Personal Finance Academy. First of all, I wish you all a very happy Independence Day. It's been a glorious 75 years of independence. Let's be honest, India was one of the poorest countries in the world at the time of partition, and it took India's decade to come out of this dark phase of poverty. However, the last 20-30 years have witnessed India's exceptional growth journey. And today, India is ranked 5th largest economy in terms of GDP. What an achievement it has been. Although we are still ranked 144 in terms of per capita income, because we still have a major population living in rural part of the country that earns way below the global average. Now over the next few years, India is expected to become the 3rd largest economy in the world with per capita income to grow at much higher rate. I've already created a video on why you should invest in India now. Personally, I believe that our generation has been the luckiest because we are part of a country that is going to flourish in the next 25 years, which means it would create immense opportunity for people to create wealth by investing in Indian economy. So on this occasion of Independence Day, I want to present 50 stocks from 5 biggest themes to invest for the next 25 years. But before we begin, this video is not a stock tip. I would humbly request every one of you to do your research so that you can invest with conviction. And more importantly, stay invested even during difficult times. Alright, let's get started. Theme number 1 is consumption. If there is one single theme that you should bet in India, then it is consumption. The answer lies within Indian demography. India is one of the youngest country in the world with over 140 billion people. Today, the salaries are rising and people are willing to spend the money on your food, travel, experience, luxury, gadgets and buy branded stuff. This consumption trend is only going to increase. In fact, 50% of people in India still live in rural part of the country. So there is still an immense untapped potential for next 25 years. So I have 10 stocks in consumption theme. First stock is Titan. Titan has a leadership position in segments like jewelry, watches, eyewear, and has big plans to expand its presence in the wearable market like smartwatch, earbuds, etc. Considering the brand value Titan enjoys, it is only going to grow over the next 25 years. Then second stock is Asian Paints, an undisputed leader in Indian decorative paint segment with strong monopoly. Today, people need a personalized home and office space and are willing to pay a premium for it. And this trend is only going to increase over time. And now that Asian Paint is becoming a complete home decor solution provider, the potential is immense. Then third stock is Pidilite, another leader in Indian adhesive segment with brands like Fevicol, Fevikwik, Fevistick, Dr. Fixit, etc. Today, Pidilite brands have become the synonym of category. People don't say that give me an adhesive. They say that give me a Fevicol or Fevikwik. That's an extraordinary feat, something nearly impossible to replicate. Since there is huge demand for houses, there will be need for furnitures and waterproofing solution, and Pidilite is bound to grow for next 25 years. Then fourth stock is HUL, a leader in Indian FMCG segment with brands like Lux, Dove, Lifebuoy, Lipton, Brook Bond, Clinic Plus, Close-Up, Domex, Lakme, Surf Excel, Vaseline, and the list goes on. 9 out of 10 households in India consume HUL products. So you can imagine the potential in this company. Then fifth stock is Reliance. From oil major to retail consumption, Reliance has come a long way. Today it is a leader in Indian telecom segment with Jio, and data consumption in India would continue to explode with new technologies like 5G. Reliance is also the leader in Indian retail segment with more than 12,000 outlets in 7,000 plus cities and expanding its online retail business with JioMart. Reliance is also focusing on green energy business that has again immense growth potential. Then sixth stock is ITC, a leader in Indian cigarette market with reach in every nook and corner of the country. ITC has used its vast distribution network to expand its FMCG footprints and is among the leader in FMCG segment with brands like Ashirwad Atta, Sunfeast, Be Natural, Classmate, etc. ITC also has strong footprint in other segments like paperboard, packaging, agribusiness and hotels. Then seventh stock is Tata Consumer, another company that finds place in nearly every household in India, including products like Tata Salt, Tata Tea, Himalaya Mineral Water, etc. Tata Consumer is also a 50% partner of Starbucks India. Now, eighth stock is Avenue Supermart, a key player in Indian grocery retail market with its chain of D-Mart stores. Mind you, The retail market in India is still 90% unorganized. But now, people like to shop from retail chains like DMart, where they can get all products under one roof at good discounted price. This organized grocery retail segment would continue to boom in India and would benefit players like Avenue Supermart. Last two stock in consumption theme are from FMEG segment. It is Havells and Polycab. With the increasing demand for home and office space, there would be need for lights, fans, switches, kitchen appliances, etc. And that's where Havells and Polycab are among the leaders, hence bound to grow. Theme number 2 is financial inclusion. Historically, India has been a cash-driven economy. But due to digitization and government effort, more and more people are becoming a part of formal economy by transacting through bank. And it's been just 20-25 years since the private banks in India have started their operations. There is still immense untapped potential in Indian banking and financial system. As the Indian economy would grow, more and more people would need loans, be it for business, education, buying a house or a car, or buying a phone on EMI. Banking and financial sector is the backbone of the economy, and if India has to become the third largest economy in the world, this sector would play a crucial role. So within this space, I have 3 preferred large cap stocks from Indian private banking sector: ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank and Kotak Mahindra. All 3 banks are among the front runners in the Indian private banking space and hold significant leadership. Over the last 20 years, these banks have grown to become a giant and captured a big market in India. They have built trust among people with their strong corporate governance. And trust is the most important aspect in banking space. Moreover, these banks have a very clean and healthy balance sheet. So there is no doubt that these banks would continue to grow for the next 25 years. Then I have 2 mid-cap banks that can potentially become large cap over the next 25 years: Federal Bank and IDFC First. Now here, I am betting on the leadership of both the banks. Federal Bank MD and CEO is Mr. Shyam Srinivasan, who is an IIM Calcutta alumni and has over 30 years of experience in banking industry with groups like Citibank. And IDFC First MD is Mr. Vaidyanathan, who is the man behind setting up the retail banking for ICICI Bank. He also has over 30 years of experience with top banks like Citigroup. Federal Bank on one side is transforming from an old bank to a new-age digital bank, whereas IDFC First is transforming from a wholesale to a retail-focused bank. Hence, expecting both these mid-cap banks to grow significantly in the next 25 years. Then I have one stock from insurance sector. It's HDFC Life. Insurance is a very underpenetrated sector in India, and HDFC Life is the leader in private life insurance in India. As the awareness for life and health insurance would increase, HDFC Life would benefit from it. Also, there is huge potential in fixed income instrument, especially for retirement planning. And that's where HDFC Life could benefit immensely. Next stock is from NBFC sector. It's Bajaj Finance, an undisputed leader in Indian NBFC sector. Under the leadership of Rajiv Jain, Bajaj Finance is expanding its digital presence to become a one-click financial supermarket with a super app, providing both shopping and financial products ecosystem. It has launched its own UPI payment service, launched a marketplace for insurance and loans, planning to enter into peer-to-peer lending and adding many merchants all over the country. Clearly, the potential is immense. Next stock is a dominant player in Indian credit card market. It's SBI Card. India is going to see huge jump in consumption sector and people would continue to buy on credit. We have seen this in US and it will happen in India over the next 20-30 years. Yes, it won't be an easy ride for SBI Card, but I believe there is enough scope of growth for credit card sector along with UPI and other payment sector. Next stock is from mutual fund sector. It's CAMS. CAMS is a leader in Indian RTA segment with nearly 67% market share. Historically, Indians have invested in real estate, FD, insurance and gold. But there is a growing awareness about investment in Indian economy and new age fintech companies have made investment in mutual funds very convenient. Just to give you a comparative idea, Indian mutual fund industry is just $0.5 trillion, whereas US mutual fund industry is around $25 trillion. That's 50 times bigger than India. Imagine the growth potential. CAMS would certainly benefit from it. The next stock would benefit from Demat account growth in India. It's CDSL. There are only 2 depositories to open a Demat account in India, CDSL and NSDL. CDSL has more than 50% market share in Indian Demat sector. We have already seen an explosive growth in Demat accounts last year. And considering the future potential in Indian economy, millions of people would open Demat account in the next 25 years. This would directly benefit CDSL. By the way, on this Independence Day, I wish you all achieve your financial freedom at an early age. Hence, I have a special discount on my money management courses. I have provided the details in the description box. Then theme number 3 is digitization. Personally, I am a firm believer in the role of technology in shaping our future. I strongly believe that future is digital. Although digital and IT companies have seen a sharp correction in recent times, I believe that it has only created an opportunity to accumulate quality stocks at lower levels. The reason being that India is a leader in IT sector with nearly 55% of world's market cap. We have the required talent base at much lower cost than developed countries. So Indian IT sector would continue to grow. On top of that, IT and technology stocks have negligible debt and they are highly profitable business. That's a perfect recipe for a multi-bagger stock. So I have 3 picks in large cap IT space: TCS, Infosys and HCL. All 3 companies are among the leader in the world in IT services and would continue to be a consistent compounder for next 25 years. Then I have 2 mid-cap IT stocks, Persistent System and Mindtree. I expect both these companies to become a large cap in the next few years. Then I have 2 small cap picks, Newgen Software and Happiest Mind. Hopefully these small caps would become a large cap in the next 25 years, generating multi-bagger returns for their shareholder. Then I have 3 pure play technology companies that have business related to mobile phones. Although there are a lot of new age technology companies that have recently been listed, but majority of them are still not profitable. So I have not considered them in my list. My first pick in pure play technology space is Affle India. It is a mobile advertising company with its own proprietary algorithm that generates insight for targeted mobile ads. It basically helps business reach out to the relevant customers via targeted mobile ads. And with increasing usage of smartphones, a huge marketing spend is shifting towards targeted mobile ads. So digital advertising is one sector that would explode in the next 25 years and Affle India can immensely benefit from it. My next 2 pick in pure play tech space are from CPaaS industry, that is communication platform as a service. Today, every organization needs to interact with the end customer and they interact it via SMS. For example, you get the OTP for login and bank transaction. Then corporates have also started interacting via WhatsApp. So 2 companies in India that help enterprises interact with end consumer are Tanla Platform and Route Mobile. Now let us move on to the next theme. Theme number 4 is electric vehicle and green energy. When we are talking about 25 years of wealth creation, we can't ignore sustainability. If the world is not sustainable in next 25 years, then there's no point talking about wealth creation. That's precisely the reason governments all over the world, including Indian government, is focusing on electric vehicle and green energy production. 20th century witnessed a huge disruption where horse cart got replaced with petrol and diesel vehicle. And 21st century is witnessing another disruption where petrol and diesel vehicle would be replaced by electric vehicle. But you would need huge amount of electricity that can only be produced by renewable sources like solar and wind. Hence, EV and green energy is one of the biggest themes for next 25 years and I have 7 picks in this theme. My first 3 picks are actually a combination of IT software and electric vehicle. First is Tata Elxsi, another blockbuster company from the prestigious Tata Group that is leading the design and technology side of electric vehicle revolution. I believe that in the next 25 years, Tata Elxsi has the potential to become the next TCS. And if that happens, it will create huge wealth for its shareholder. The next stock is KPIT Technologies. This company has sold all its other IT business to Birlasoft and only focusing on electric vehicle software design and development. Hence, KPIT is winning a lot of deals in EV space and considering the fact that it is a small cap company, there is huge runway for growth. Then third stock is L&T Technology. A part of L&T Group, L&T Technology is involved in engineering, R&D services for automobile, medical devices and industrial products. The next 2 companies are again from prestigious Tata Group. So far we have already discussed TCS, Titan, Tata Elxsi and Tata Consumer from Tata Group. In total, I have 7 companies of Tata Group in my list. One of the biggest reasons is the trust Tata Group has built with its ethical business practice and its goal to serve the society. On top of this, I'm a big fan of the leadership of Mr. N. Chandra, who is the current chairman of Tata Group. He's the man behind the extraordinary success of TCS. And I believe that Tata Group would continue to scale new heights under his leadership. So my next pick from Tata Group in EV space is Tata Motors. Tata Motors is a leader in Indian electric vehicle segment which has just started in India. Although Tata Motors is still in loss, the way its EV segment is growing, I am bullish on the turnaround story of this company. Next stock is Tata Power. You need an entire infrastructure of EV battery charging station as well as electricity for the electric cars, and that's where Tata Power is among the leader in EV charging station and solar plant installation. The next company is from another prestigious group of India, it's Mahindra & Mahindra. Another leader in automobile space in India with its cult followership of SUVs like Mahindra Thar, Scorpio and XUV 700. I am bullish on the growth of Mahindra & Mahindra under the leadership of Mr. Anand Mahindra. Finally, I have a small cap company in green energy space. It's Borosil Renewable. It is the only solar glass manufacturer in India that finds usage in solar power production. Majority of the solar glass business is dominated by China, but considering the growing focus of Indian government towards reducing the dependency on China and unprecedented demand for solar energy production, I expect Borosil Renewable to grow significantly from current levels. Now let us move on to the final theme. So theme number 5 is manufacturing. The first theme that we discussed in this video was consumption. I'm sure we all would agree that consumption is going to increase significantly in India. Now, how would you meet the rising consumption demand within the country? You would need manufacturing stuff, right? On top of this, India has the potential to not only manufacture for domestic consumption, but also become a global manufacturing hub. And that's one of the biggest focus area of Indian government. They have launched PLI scheme worth 2 lakh crore rupees to incentivize 14 sectors in India. Then government has banned import of many defense products to promote indigenous local companies. On top of this, the big multinational global giants want to reduce the dependency from China, and hence China Plus One theme has emerged strongly. All these factors would result in huge demand for manufacturing sector in India. Hence, I have 12 stocks in manufacturing theme. First is Dixon Technology. It is the leading manufacturer of LED TV, mobile phone, washing machine, LED lights, set-top boxes, medical equipment, CCTV camera, as well as wearable devices. And the demand for these consumer durable is growing quickly. Next two stock are from piping sector, Astral and Prince Pipe. Piping sector has huge potential in India due to replacement of old metal pipes with CPVC and UPVC, as well as government focus on rural sanitation, irrigation and water supply. All this would need CPVC and UPVC pipe. Moreover, every house and building require piping system, which again fuel the growth of piping companies like Astral and Prince Pipe. Next two stocks are from defense sector. Indian government has already banned the import of many defense weapons, and two companies that would immensely benefit from local push for defense equipment would be Hindustan Aeronautics Limited and Bharat Electronics Limited. Hindustan Aeronautics is the only Indian company having specialization in aircraft manufacturing and maintenance, and Bharat Electronics is specialized in electronic equipment manufacturing to meet the demand for the Indian defense services. Next stock is from pharma sector. It's Divi's Lab. Divi's Lab is one of the global leader in generic API manufacturing in the world and the big contract manufacturer for global pharma giants. Considering the rising healthcare issues, the demand for medicine is only going to increase, and Divi's is going to be a big beneficiary from this change. Then next set of 4 companies are from chemical sector. Indian chemical sector has seen a huge boom in last few years due to shutdown of chemical factories in China and global players looking for alternative to China. Hence, in chemical sector, my first pick would be Deepak Nitrite. It is a leading manufacturer of chemicals that find usage in sectors like paint, cosmetics, polymers, optical brighteners, etc. And the demand for these products would continue to rise. It has 70% market share in sodium nitrite, sodium nitrate, and nitrotoluenes in India. Second pick is Fine Organics. It is the largest manufacturer in India for a wide range of oleochemical based additives used in foods, plastics, cosmetics, coatings and other specialty application in various industries. And the demand for natural products in cosmetics, food and packaging would continue to rise, hence Fine Organics would immensely benefit from it. Then third pick is Navin Fluorine. Navin Fluorine is among the largest player in specialty fluorochemical that find usage in AC, fridge, cold storage vehicle, etc. And due to growing global warming, the demand for AC, fridge and global storage would continue to increase. Then fourth pick is Tata Chemical. Tata Chemical is world's third largest producer of soda ash that find usage in manufacturing of glass, soap, detergent, etc. Moreover, Tata Chemical is also involved in business of agri-science, nutritional science and material science like recycling of lithium-ion batteries. Although there are many other potential chemical companies, but I can't include all of them. Then final company in manufacturing theme is going to be a big beneficiary of government focus on blending ethanol with petrol. It's Praj Industries. Praj Industries manufacture equipment for extraction of ethanol, which is in high demand after government plan to mix 20% ethanol with petrol by 2025. It also manufactures equipment for wastewater treatment, breweries, beverages, etc. Then one stock which doesn't fall into these 5 themes but would play a crucial role in building the infrastructure of our country is L&T. L&T is a leading player in sector including construction, mining, heavy engineering, hydrocarbon, defense, power and so on. To improve the efficiency of manufacturing sector and attract the foreign manufacturer, Indian government is spending a huge amount of money on building the infrastructure of our country, and that's where L&T would continue to build the infra for next 25 years. So in this video, we discussed the 5 biggest themes for next 25 years and 50 stocks with potential to generate great return for their investors. Let me quickly summarize the stocks by themes. Within consumption, my list include Titan, Asian Paints, Pidilite, HUL, Reliance, ITC, Tata Consumer, Havells, Avenue Supermart, Polycab. Within financialization, it includes ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, Federal Bank, IDFC First, SBI Card, HDFC Life, Bajaj Finance, CAMS and CDSL. Within digitization, it includes TCS, Infosys, HCL, Persistent System, Mindtree, Newgen, Happiest Mind, Affle India, Tanla Platform, Root Mobile. Then within EV and green energy, it includes Tata Elxsi, KPIT, L&T Technology, Tata Motor, Tata Power, Mahindra & Mahindra and Borosil Renewable. Then within manufacturing, it includes Dixon Technology, Astral, Prince Pipe, Hindustan Aeronautics, Bharat Electronics, Divis Lab, Deepak Nitrite, Fine Organics, Navin Fluorine, Tata Chemical, Praj Industries and finally we have L&T. If I summarize this list in terms of large cap, mid cap and small cap, it includes 27 large cap stocks which is TCS, Infosys, HCL, Tata Elxsi, Tata Motor, Tata Power, Mahindra & Mahindra, Titan, Asian Paints, Pidilite, HUL, Reliance, ITC, Tata Consumer, Havells, Avenue Supermart, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, SBI Card, HDFC Life, Bajaj Finance, Hindustan Aeronautics, Bharat Electronics, Divis Lab, L&T. Then within mid caps, there are 10 stocks. Persistent System, Mindtree, L&T Technology, Polycab, Federal Bank, IDFC First, Dixon Technology, Astral, Deepak Nitrite and Tata Chemical. Then within small cap, there are 13 stocks. Newgen, Happiest Mind, Affle India, Tanla Platform, Root Mobile, KPIT, Borosil Renewable, CAMS, CDSL, Prince Pipe, Fine Organics, Navin Fluorine and Praj Industries. Friends, I want to conclude this video with one simple message. India is going to flourish in the next 25 years. And it's not just me who is saying this. You can ask any economist in the world and the answer would be the same. Trust me, this is one of the golden opportunity to be a part of India's growth journey. Yes, there will be ups and downs. But in the last 40 years, Sensex has zoomed from levels of 100 to current levels of 60,000. And in the next 25 years, only sky is the limit. So look at the long-term bigger picture and invest in quality business after doing your research. Although some of the stocks are expensive in terms of valuation, so you can either keep a track of their valuation and buy accordingly, or you can systematically invest in these stocks over the period of next 10-20 years. And of course, this is not an exhaustive list. I might have missed some really good names, but I have tried to cover stocks from various sectors. If you find this video useful, then do like and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. Jai Hind.